If you've ever felt like your child is learning Spanish in lessons, but they're not really using it at home, well, this video is going to change how you think about language learning. Because the truth is this: children don't just learn Spanish in lessons. They learn it in between moments too. And in this video, I'm going to show you the power of passive Spanish learning at home, how it works, and simple ways that you can start using it today, even if you're not fluent in Spanish yourself. ¿Listo? Vamos. Okay, let's start with the basics. So, passive Spanish learning is when children absorb Spanish naturally without sitting down for formal study. So instead of grammar worksheets, vocab lists, and structured exercises, we're talking about listening to Spanish songs, hearing Spanish in stories, watching familiar shows in Spanish, picking up everyday phrases at home. So this is low pressure, but it's incredibly powerful. And here's why it works. Children don't learn their first language through textbooks. They learn it through repetition, context, and exposure. And Spanish works exactly the same way. When children hear Spanish regularly, something really interesting starts to happen. They start to recognize words without being taught them directly. They get used to the rhythm and the sound of the language, and they build confidence before they even start speaking. So when they do come to use Spanish in a lesson, it feels familiar. It's not scary, it's not new, it's just recognizable. So even just 15 minutes a day of Spanish exposure can make a real difference over time. The key isn't intensity, it's consistency. So how do you actually do this in real life? Well, you don't need to change your whole routine. Start small. Here are some simple ideas. Put Spanish music on in the car. Listen to a Spanish story before bed. Watch a favorite cartoon in Spanish, even just 10 minutes. Poco yo is a favorite of ours. And use simple phrases during the day like hola, vamos, gracias. Revisit vocab from the lessons while you're cooking or walking. So the goal here isn't perfection, it's just making Spanish part of everyday life. Now let's talk about something really important. So that's homework and review. And a lot of parents worry about marking Spanish work or correcting mistakes. But here's a better approach. Instead of focusing on what's wrong, try asking this: why do you think that answer works? Can we find a clue together? What do you remember from your lesson? So this turns marking into a conversation. It's less of a test. And it helps children build confidence rather than fear of mistakes. Because mistakes aren't failure in language learning, as we know, they're part of the process. One of the most overlooked parts of learning Spanish is reviewing old material, and a quick 5-minute recap can strengthen memory, improve recall of vocab, and it can turn the "I've seen this before" into "I can actually do this." So this is how vocab moves from short-term to long-term memory. A little and often really does win here. So if you take one thing from this video, let it be this: your child doesn't need more Spanish. They need more Spanish exposure. Through passive learning, simple routines, and gentle review, you can build real confidence in Spanish at home without pressure. And if you'd like more practical ideas like this, or you want to explore structured learning through my Adventures in Spanish framework, you'll find the links in the description of this video. Hasta la próxima. Adiós.